Jake here with Tera Lawlar. It's week 4 of the volleyball season. It's non-conference week. There's nothing that can affect your overall record as far as going into the schedule. It doesn't mean it's a week off. Star Valley is going to be a very good opponent on Wednesday, and then the Star Valley Invitational is always a time to completely wear everyone out with volleyball, from coaches, players, to broadcasters. Everyone's going to be very tired by the end of the day, but it's the perfect time to get a ton of looks and maybe try and get some more teamwork going as you move through the rest of the season, which will be all conference. So what is the game plan for this week?
The game plan for this week is to kind of regroup. We definitely have a lot of places where we can improve and work on. The nice thing is to also know that we did some great things over the weekend. Obviously, we didn't get the wins like we were hoping for, but we reminded the team that last year we started 0-2. And the years that we've gone on and placed third, second at state were the years that we had to fight. And as the season progressed, we got better and better. And so really our season record right now, we want to win. We want to be as competitive as possible. But the big picture is that we're continually getting better and stronger, and that we're working toward the end of the season's prize, not the early season of having a great record. And so as long as we can continue to improve on those little things that we've been focusing on, I have no doubt that it will all come together at the end. We just need to make sure that we keep our spirits up and that the girls don't get discouraged and then think, shoot, we're 0-2 in conference, and now what is it worth fighting for? We've got to get that fight. And against the Natrona game, we definitely didn't have that fight on the court. So as a coach, that's probably the most disappointing thing that happened for us over the weekend, was the lack of energy and the lack of momentum. And just kind of, that's the first time in many years that I've seen one of our teams do that. So we have some rebuilding to do and get our confidence back up, let them know what they're playing for and fighting for, and hopefully we can turn it around.
I remember very well last year how it started off with the 0-2 at Casper, and then the next week was either a Tuesday or a Wednesday match at Star Valley, and you were just coming off that 0-2 from conference, and there was a ton of things that changed with how the team played between that first set of conference games and then the week off, and then how you went forward. Can you go back a little bit last year and remember back to what you felt like starting off 0-2 and where you went from there to then win 8 straight? And as I said, you only lost 2 matches the rest of the year.
Yeah, I think a lot of the same feelings. You don't want to lose, but they say that you learn more from losses than with wins, and I think we try to do our due diligence of learning as much as we can when we do win. But when we lose, we need to self-reflect. I know with me as a coach, I've been trying to give a lot of kids a lot of looks and a lot of playtime just to see who has the chemistry with each other. And a lot of that is my fault because I'm playing a lot of younger kids, I'm playing some older kids. I'm just trying to find what pieces work best together. And so hopefully by this Thursday or this Wednesday's game against Star Valley, and then this weekend especially on Saturday in Star Valley, we can get some of those pieces determined and a little more set so that continuity and consistency can start to take shape. But until then, we just need to play volleyball, and we need a lot like what we thought about last year. One game at a time. The early season doesn't make a season at all, and that was definitely true for our season last year to play in the championship game. And so I feel much of the same way. We just need to make sure that we're learning from these mistakes.
It's Tera Lawlar. Thank you.
Thank you, Jake.